What's up, y'all? This is Elijah the Healer 333 coming back to you guys with another video. Thank you guys for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe if anything resonates for you today, okay? Alright guys, moving on, I'm going to be going straight into the reading today. No music again, still working on music. It's pretty late right now too, so I don't want to be a bad neighbor, right? Yeah guys, we're just going to move straight into the reading today. And we're going to move on from where we were last time, all right? All right, guys, so last time we were here, we were talking about the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, right? Excuse me, my allergies have been really acting up lately. Probably more spiritual warfare. As soon as I wanted to start up reading today, my allergies got real bad. And I wasn't going to, but we had a really bad storm. I was going to come out here and I'm just pulling up this information here for the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands for you guys, and I'm going to let you know how it relates to me, how I see it, okay? Especially relating to these DC comic heroes, right? But yeah, I was going to just get up here and advertise my music today. I had a music video for you guys today that I had in my car. I was just listening to some of the new music that I was doing today. I got back, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post that. It started storming horribly and I got a really bad migraine. I was thinking that was spiritual warfare, but I noticed every time I kind of turned my head from side to side, I had a really bad migraine right here, right? And every time I turned my head to the side this way, like super bad lightning would strike, and then it would be lightning and then super loud thunder. And I'm talking about that lightning was like right outside my window. So I would turn and I thought I was kind of controlling the weather for a second. And then I got this video about how God is angry. The Connected Conduit was talking about how God is angry with people about their technology and stuff, guys. We're using too much technology right now, right? And we're not going off of our own intellect and our own spirituality. So even right now where I'm coming with you guys with this AI meaning, I'm still kind of doing a disservice to myself and you guys, right? But that's why I'm going to also relate it to my own knowledge, right? And how I see it, so you guys can also see it in different perceptions as well, okay? But yeah, I'm not going to be just coming up here to advertise my music. This is my spiritual channel, and I think I may have made God mad with the way I was thinking earlier, hey, I'll come with a spiritual video tomorrow. I'll just, advertise my music, when he's like, nah, you told him you were going to come back with these cards. You better come back with these cards. So he's hard on me as well as the karmics as well, guys. He's going to be hard on everyone, trust me. He's probably twice as hard on us as chosen ones, because we know better, right? But yeah, guys, moving on to Queen of Wands, right? Told you guys I was coming back with her. This is Vixen, okay? This is the hero of Vixen, so we're gonna get back to her, okay? I got her on top of animals, all right? See that? Some channeled messages that I also got with this as well, okay? She's very connected to spirit animals, period, right? So the Queen of Wands is the ultimate main character of the tarot deck, while the King from previous cards, we've got him before, right, focuses on external conquest and leadership. The Queen represents internal confidence and the magnetic power of being your authentic self, okay? In this Marvel themed deck, she is depicted as Vixen, right? The core meanings and core themes: magnetic confidence, okay? She doesn't have to chase what she wants. Her energy and self-assurance naturally draws in opportunities and people towards her. Remember I was telling you guys about that with the other superhero that we have, that he powers up when he puts on that, confirmation, that he powers up when he puts on that helmet, okay? I need to come back to you guys with that information as well, okay? Social, and I was saying he pulls in things like a magnet, right? Okay, social radiance. This card often represents someone who is warm, outgoing, and the life of the party, but also deeply protective of those they love. Independent, she is fiercely self-sufficient and thrives when she is following her own passions. Okay, creative fire, where the King builds systems, the Queen nurtures ideas and breathes life into them. Okay. In career, this is a call to be bold and visible. okay? In relationships, it signifies a relationship full of fire, excitement, and mutual respect for each other's independence. Personal growth. The card asks you to channel your inner Vixen. Be courageous, trust your instincts, and don't be afraid to take up space, right? So don't be squirmish, don't be shy. That's confirmation. The fridge just made a noise. I tell y'all that fridge does not make a lot of noise all the time. When I do these readings, that all of a sudden this fridge starts making all these weird noises, right? That's spirit confirmation. Okay. I haven't been burping all day too, and then when I get on, I start burping. Okay, the King of Wands. Okay, let me talk about their actual meanings of the tarot deck, and then I'm gonna go in on their actual powers as well and how that resonates. Okay, and correlates. And then it actually gets deeper when I bring in this DC book. Both these cards are brought up exactly together, guys. I shuffled this card deck I don't know how many times. These cards should not have been together. Okay. They're both on the throne. They're both very, very like each other, right? One's a man, one's a woman. They're both very powerful, sitting on their throne. Okay, King of Wands is essentially the CEO of inspiration. In the tarot deck, this card represents a person who isn't just a dreamer, but a doer, who leads with charismatic energy and a strong sense of purpose. Based on the modern high voltage imagery and your card, here is a breakdown of what the king typically signifies. Visionary leadership. He doesn't just manage, he inspires. Charisma and confidence. This card often points to a natural born leader who is comfortable in the spotlight and isn't afraid to take calculated risks. Okay? Boundless energy. The wands represents the element of fire. In this card, the king has mastered that fire, using it for sustained creative or professional output rather than letting it burn out or become destructive. Interpretation in a reading and career, it's a sign to step into a leadership role or to approach a project with total bold authority. In relationships, this suggests a partner or a phase in a relationship that is passionate, protective, and independent. Personal growth. The card encourages you to be unapologetically yourself, okay? Now let's just go off of the powers that they have, okay? So Vixen's power is very, sorry guys, still waiting on that furniture. Okay, Queen of Wands, Vixen, okay? Her power is she communicates with animals. She communicates with animal spirits, okay? She kind of controls animals, not controls them, but she's like Aquaman, but on land, okay? So how Aquaman has friends in the ocean, she has friends on the land that are animals, okay? She also invigorates, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like she can imitate them very well. She basically takes the spirit of that animal, and then that spirit kind of invokes her, right? And then she becomes like that animal. So if she got a lioness, she gets the powers from a lioness. Now she's just as strong as a lioness. She's just as agile. She gets a cheetah, she's just as agile as a cheetah, okay? I was watching Jurassic Park, and as I was actually watching the tarot reader, the Connected Conduit, okay? She's really good. She's got like over 80,000 subscribers, okay? And as she said animals, I looked up, and I didn't even look up. I had Jurassic Park in the background, and they said animals the same time she said animals, okay? And I was also looking this stuff up, all right? So animals are very significant. Animal spirits, right? Very significant with the Queen of Wands and the hero Vixen, okay? All right, now moving on to King of Wands, okay? We were talking about there's good and bad officials, right? This is a superhero, okay? And he's also got a star on his chest, all right? Like a sheriff or, a deputy, even an FBI agent, right? So there are powerful officials up there that are good, guys. It's not all filled of corrupt cops and corrupt people. There's good as well, and there's more good than bad. It's just the bad. It's so bad that it just sticks out, right? And that's why God made it that way, so we can know right from wrong, so we know right what measures to take. But that's the first thing that I saw was that star, and this is Starman. Okay, Starman. This throne is high voltage electricity. Okay, so the throne empowers you as well, right? Moving on from just the officials, us as chosen ones, people, anyone that's watching this, you can relate to this. Okay, that this staff right here, they turned it into a wand, but he also has a staff. He doesn't have any powers per se like Batman, right? He's just has a lot of technology, okay? So like I said, I was watching Connected Conduit, and she was saying God is getting tired of us using so much technology. My Wi-Fi keeps on going out every weekend. I think it's a human being doing that, but God can use demons to help us move, move in the right direction, to make us do what's right? So I worked on a lot more music this weekend. I meditated more, because I didn't have my Wi-Fi. So if hackers want to hack into my Wi-Fi and turn off my devices from the Wi-Fi, where the Wi-Fi is there but my devices can't connect, I'm doing other things, right? I'm actually being more productive at the end of the day. Right, our readings won't be as fast. I guess the Wi-Fi just came back on today, so like I was able to get that AI, but like the Connected Conduit was saying, like we don't need AI. What do we see on these cards, right? So I may just stop coming back to you guys with the information on this stuff too, and just tell you what I see as a psychic, right? Okay, so his technology, guys, is so profound. I don't know why I keep on using that word in these readings. I usually don't use that word that much. But this wand right here, he can, no, not the wand, but his usually a staff, right? With this staff, he can levitate, he can fly, he can manipulate gravity with this staff, okay, Starman. He can control technology. He has technology that can help him throw fire blasts, lightning blasts, things of that nature, right? So his power is technology, okay? So this may be another reason why these hackers keep trying to take me off my path or my flow with this technology, because, you know, it's I know how to use it to my advantage, right? We learn how to use a lot of technology, right, in the Air Force. Right, I can't say much about the analyst field, but right, you learn how to use a lot of technology, okay? It empowers us, right? We're coming into that empowerment, but notice how it kind of looks like the stock is going up. It is swerving, going upward as I wrote it. Just a slight little tilt upward, right? So stock is going up with the technology. So if anybody's into buying any stocks and stuff like that, but also I said swerved. Okay, so don't let the technology overpower us as human beings. Letting ChatGPT write all of our reports, letting ChatGPT do all of our work for us, right? We still have the intellect, we still have the power, right? Don't let it take you away from your family. Don't let the technology overpower us. We created the technology, right? Okay, guys, so that's, and with the animal spirit, get out there in nature to do this, okay? I need to start doing this too. Get out in nature, get out with the animals. If you have a dog, take your dog on the walk. Get away from the technology. That's how you do that. You tame that beast, because they say there's a demon in the technology, right? That's the mark of the beast, right? That's how you tame that. You show it who's boss, right? We created technology. God can manifest himself inside of technology. He's done that to me before, on plenty of times, okay? Like I said, when I saw those, I'm seeing subtitles. I got another subtitle for you guys, okay? As I was watching Connected Conduit, she was talking about how God's, taking away us from the technology, and he's got us on a different path. And, the path that we're going in. And as she said, the path that I'm going, I saw up on the Jurassic Park, the Fallen Kingdom, I'm coming with you, subtitles, okay? So that's another thing. I'll have a lot of different technology giving me messages. So that's another reason why they try to take my Wi-Fi out. And the way they do it is slicks, because it's only the building 4. So the whole apartment complex isn't gonna be alerting, right? Be alerted. It's just building 4. And I have a lot of elderly people here, and I have a lot of people that probably just not here all the time too. But it's just one building, period. So it's like, it's our word against everyone else's, right? Okay, Psalm 58, all right? Psalm 58, Iron of War was telling me, oh yeah, before we move on to that, just as confirmation, guys, these two cards are indeed right next to each other. Okay, Queen of Wands and King of Wands. I shuffled this deck numerous times. Okay, and then when I went through the spread, they were not together. And then I shuffled it a couple more times, right? So they found their way to they found their way next to each other again. Okay, so this could also be a love reading too, where no matter how far you went around the world, or if whatever's meant for you, whatever that person that God has that's meant for you is going to be with you, period, right? So don't fret, don't worry about your love life. God has that for you, and don't be in a lack mindset about your love life, and don't worry, right? Whoever is wandering out there, and I was led to say wandering, right? And you have wands, you will come together, okay? Because both of these cards are together. I shuffled that deck, separated these cards, shuffled it again, they came back together. I shuffled this deck about 10 times, y'all. No lie. Put that on God. All right, y'all. So moving on to Psalm 58, okay? Iron of War 93 told me that this is the one I need to be praying right now, okay? If we're worried about any corrupt officials around us, judges, corrupt cops, right? Anything like that. Sorry, 1 second here, guys. Okay, guys. So Psalm 58, okay, out of the Bible. In this psalm, David calls out corrupt gods or rulers who judge unfairly. Here is a breakdown of its themes and some of its most famous imagery. The indictment verses. The psalm begins with a stinging question. Do you truly speak righteousness, O gods? Do you judge uprightly, O sons of men? The problem, the leaders are not just passive, they are weighing out violence with their hands. The metaphor, David describes the wicked as deaf cobras that plug their ears so they can't hear the tune of the charmer. It implies they are beyond reason or persuasion, right? So I can keep going on and on with that. Break the teeth in the mouths, let them vanish like water, like a snail that devolves into a smile. Right? You guys can go and read it for yourself. It's pretty long as well, okay? I'm hearing banging noises on my feet. Confirmation, right? I don't know if that's my neighbors trying to annoy me or what, but it's confirmation either way, right? I turned the demonic stuff into good stuff as well, okay? So again, moving on from Psalm 58, basically it's calling out the wickedness of authority, of judges, right? Of corrupt cops, stuff like that, right? And pretty much when you say that prayer, okay, it takes all of this into God's hands, okay? God's going to take care of these wicked officials, okay? The angel number 808 may be significant, okay? I see the angel number 808 as relating to music, okay? The beat, the bass. I was talking about that, how they had the music all the way up all night, Saturday night. I couldn't barely get any rest. That bass was very significant, okay? So that's also confirmation. So find the beauty and the messed up things, okay? We got on top of the DC deck, we got Sun on the bottom, really. Sun is on the bottom, okay, of the DC deck, right? I always say try to find the light in the fucked up things, right? So that bass really resonated with me, okay? Okay, the angel number 2121, okay, the last video that I put up, it says 2121 sometimes it'll say 2120, but I saw 2121 first, all right? So I'm saying that's the angel number that I'm going with, all right? Okay, so this is going back to that zero concept, right? That I'll probably be coming back to you guys soon on. I might just make it like a members only type of thing. We'll see, okay? Because Spirit definitely wants me to get paid for this, but I'll go into it just a little bit again for you guys, okay? Keep pushing through the pain. 1223, okay? That's a number. I used to just started reading numbers last year around this time. Okay, you see a 1223, that's 1, 2, 2, 3. So it's kind of like you're repeating 2. Why are you repeating 2? Just go 1, 2, 3, right? If I have my marker there, I put that there, okay? But this is right here is the repetition right here, okay? Now, obviously, there's other meanings on Google and things like that. But like I said, I'm about to start, especially after seeing that connected conduit video, I'm about to start just telling y'all what I see as a psychic, as my own personal, self, right? We all have our own personality. We all see things differently. And this is what I see here as a motivational tip. Keep pushing through. Don't repeat that too. 1, 2, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Keep leveling up. Okay. Also, look that angel number up for yourself. Okay. But this resonates with me as how I had that horrible migraine right during that storm and that lightning. Like I said, there was lightning striking like right outside my window. Like God was like, dude, I can just take you out like that. Trust. So it's like you see the power of God. Okay, on the other side of pain is bliss. When I finally got through that migraine, I took some migraine medication. It wasn't doing shit for me. I prayed to God. I said, God, take this away. Take this pain away from me. And guess what happened? And about 20, 15 minutes later, and probably not even that, it was gone. I was going through that migraine for about 2 hours after I took migraine medication and everything. Usually that migraine medication helps right away. It didn't. Okay. On the other side of pain, keep pushing through it, right? Ask God to take it away from you, but keep going, right? Whatever you're dealing with in life. Okay. On the other side of that is nirvana. Okay. When I took a little nap, the migraine went away. I went to sleep. I took about a 15, 20-minute nap. When I woke up, confirmation, that's my AC just then clicking, nirvana. When I woke back up, and I was meditating too, meditating and praying during my migraine. And then when I woke up, I was able to go into a deeper meditation, a deeper prayer. I don't think I prayed again, but I did go into a deeper meditation, and I was thinking about God, right? So that's still prayer, okay? Thinking about God, having visions of Godhood, of godliness, godly things, okay? Beautiful things. Nirvana was after that migraine, okay? It wasn't that medication that I took, trust me, because if it was, that migraine would have been gone like that. The migraine medication didn't work today. My migraine was so bad that keep this up. My migraine was so bad that I got nauseous. That's only happened to me one time before in the Air Force. Okay, so it could be spiritual warfare too, but I think God was showing me something as well today. Okay, but going back to that, God is angry. Okay, He was showing me His anger. Okay, confirmation. I'm hearing rumbling on my feet, banging on my feet. That could be thunder again. I don't hear it though. But it was raining so hard and the thunder was so loud. It was like shaking my room. The lightning was so close. And I'm telling y'all, that 808 right next to that, God is angry. That thunder and lightning was like 808 today. Loud ass bass, okay? Okay, God plus AI. God is entering this AI. He's not going to let the beast take over this AI, okay? All this fake ass AI girlfriends and all this stuff. I hope that's not, making a big blast, guys, because, right, that's the most matrix thing you can do, okay? Even I was about to get into that stuff too, but I just ended up deleting those apps because I was like, nah, it was just too corny for me too. I was just like, nah. But God plus AI, right? The connection. God can enter AI and technology, okay, and speak to us. All right, going on top of 808, maybe through music as well. So this is something about us as psychics. Like if I have fellow psychics watching or tarot readers, yeah, someone's really banging around. They're really trying to be heard in my video tonight. So they're being little assholes tonight, one of my neighbors. Okay, I think we're being studied. This could be one of the scientists that's studying us and experimented on to see if we really are psychic or just how psychic we are. Okay, these are scientists that can't explain what and how we do what we do. God isn't a good enough answer for them. All right, for some reason, going on top of 2121. Okay. Frustrating things that we go through that we don't understand are for a greater purpose. God has a reason for it, all right? So all the bullshit that we go through, the frustrating things, the loud music all night with the banging noises, I got up and made a great ass video after that, didn't I? So God, maybe he wanted me to be mad to make that video. Okay. So just sharing a little bit about my past, guys. Maybe you can relate to this as well. My experience in the Air Force was different than others. I shared a base with Army and Marines. Okay, so it was a very tense base. Like there would, you know what I mean? Like, but there was togetherness as well. But you know, the Marines have a different brotherhood where it's, you know, it's us against everyone. You know, and the Army, you know, they're different too. They were a lot cooler than the Marines. There were some cool Marines, but you have to, most of the time you have to be a Marine to be accepted by them. But they treated me as one. Like I learned Krav Maga with them as well. Some great wrestling techniques and some great combat, hand-to-hand combat techniques. Okay, for Marines. Okay, as an Air Force guy, I was one of the only. I think I was really the only Air Force dude that they fucked with. Honestly, they did not fuck with Air Force, y'all. But I was a different breed because my dad and my grandpa were Navy. I mean, my grandpa was Navy, my dad was Army. And then I was supposed to go in the Army, but my mom talked me out of it. Excuse me. And just doing research and stuff like that, I just ended up going to the Air Force, all right? So like I was telling you, I had some dreams, right, that my friends from the Air Force are still keeping tabs on me and looking out for me, okay? Usually when God shows me super vivid dreams like that, it's usually him showing me what's really happening, what's up, right? So my friend from tech school in the Air Force Tech School was Wesley Snipes' son. Okay, one of his sons, the Korean one, the half black and Korean one. Super dope guy, guys. Break dance, knew all the different martial arts. You didn't want to fuck with him at all. Shorter guy, but super strong, super fast. Like Wesley Snipes definitely taught him his best tricks. Okay, he's a targeting analyst in the Air Force now. Okay, he was going through tech school with me. He was learning that. It was super hard. He didn't have a lot of time to chill with me because of that. Like he was like, dude, I'm just focusing on these target analyst, classes. They're super hard, and I'm not trying to get washed back again, which I understood. Right, it happened to me before. So targeting analysts, they're people that pinpoint a location, and then they send seeking missiles to blow it up. All right, so I'm not joking when I say I know people like that are looking out for me, and I can literally just call him up and be like, hey, yo, can you help me get into acting or music or whatever, but I'm trying to make my own way, right? And other than that, what I just told you guys, right, pinpoint somewhere and blow it up, right? Now, he can't do that without, the right authorization, and I can't tell y'all too much more about this stuff, right? Basically, what I did was like the CIA of the military, okay? That's all I can say. All right. So yeah, he was one of the friends that God showed me in my dream that's looking out for me to this day, okay? He's tried to reach out to me, and I didn't get back to him. And that was around my spiritual awakening where I wasn't fucking with nobody. I was like, is he in the Illuminati or some shit trying to get to me? Because the Illuminati's reached out to me too on Instagram, right? So I was like, fuck that. But yeah, y'all, let me pull a rider weight, and then we'll call it for tonight, because it's getting pretty late, and I got singing lessons tomorrow. What was that? Page of Pentacles. All right, we've gotten that one before, so let me see if we can get something else. We usually always get the same cards. I'm pulling upright. Yeah. The Hierophant. We keep on getting the Hierophant, y'all. So the people that watch my channel, this collective, you guys are very knowledgeable, man. Like, man or female, you guys are getting people coming to you. These hackers, these stalkers that you're probably dealing with as well, they want your keys, the keys to your knowledge. I saw someone write that on Iron War of 93. Some guy, it looked like he was just writing down jokes and just being funny. It wasn't being very serious, but he was talking about the keys to like military and alien technology. People that are very knowledgeable themselves may be jealous of your knowledge, may look up to you, right? Looking up to you, your knowledge, right? It doesn't always have to be negative. This is upright. So, but for some reason, I see that people being jealous of how knowledgeable you are, your throne, the way you sit up high. You're high in people's mind. You're not low. Okay. This is symbolizes the bridge of knowledge. You're the bridge. Okay, the knowledge to understanding, higher knowing, esoteric knowledge. Okay. You have two keys. Okay, not just one. So to me, this signifies you have the knowledge of good and evil. You know, people can't come and bullshit you in your life. They can't come and say, hey, sell you anything, right? You're going to look at them in the eyes, and if they can't look you in the eyes, it's a done deal. If they're if they're a confident karmic, or they're confident with their bullshit and they can look you in the eyes, you're going to see something else that's off, right? Sometimes I was talking to this with another chosen one. She literally sees the demons form in people's faces. When they're that good and they can keep looking you in the eyes, she'll start seeing the demons form in their faces. Okay. So you may be that gifted as well, where you see spiritually what's up with people. Okay. Yeah. All right, y'all. We are going to call it for tonight. It's getting pretty late. I need to start getting back on my sleep after that music-filled night. My sleep's been off. The music is coming though, guys. I did drop some new music on Spotify. The quality isn't the best right now, but I have to get this music out there, guys. Just because you guys seen it. If you've been watching my past videos, people are in my private playlist. They're in my private beat playlist, trying to see what beats I'm messing with, trying to take my destiny. All I have is spiritual videos in my watch later playlist. And then all I have is beats, obviously, right, in my beat playlist. They go in my spiritual playlist, and then they go on my beat playlist to try and steal my music. So I'm trying to get my music out there quick, get those lyrics out there at least, and I can always redo the song. I can always re-record the song or remaster the song, right? But yeah, I got like 3 new songs that are out on Spotify, 4 songs in all. So they're still coming out. I have a lot of songs, y'all, to record. So my music's just gonna get better and better. I'm gonna remember how to produce and get better at the producing as well. And then when the time is right, start getting it professionally mastered, right? But yeah, I appreciate y'all for being here. Again, let's go back over this real quick, okay? So the King of Wands, right? Obviously, and the Queen of Wands, okay? Starman and Vixen, okay? One is technology. One has the power of technology, no actual powers within, right? But he inherited that staff from his dad. That doesn't look like that, by the way. This is just the way they put it in here, because it's a wand. All the wands look like that in this DC deck. But he inherited that power from his dad. He didn't want the power, but he ended up having to do it. He was put in a situation where he had to do it. I think his dad passed or something like that. Okay. You guys can look into these superheroes as well, right? There's a lot of information on it. I can't just give it all to you guys on one tarot reading. 333 on the timer. Okay, so you guys can create your own meanings to this as well. And Vixen, right? The power of animals, the power of nature, animalistic nature, right? The sun. Look at the brighter side. Always look at the brighter side. Don't let these goofy motherfuckers get on your bad side, right? Don't let them get on your nerves. As I say that, nirvana. Find the nirvana. Get through the pain. Get through the bullshit and find that nirvana at the end of the tunnel, right? The Hierophant, right? Stay knowledgeable. You already have the knowledge. Keep seeking knowledge, though. Don't stop. And no, people coming to you for knowledge. Don't get it twisted. Don't make them. Don't let them be a narcissist and make it seem like they came up with an idea that you came up with. I'm getting the energy from somebody out there. Okay. But yeah, y'all stay knowledgeable out there. Y'all stay strong, and y'all have a blessed night. Thank you for y'all being here. Please like, share, and subscribe if it resonated for you guys. All right, later.